Hey, what's up everybody? It's Pokevolver here. A new MetaZoo serialized card has been found randomly in the wild. What is this card? Where are we going to find it next? Are there more like it? Let's discuss all the information that we have and then some theories that I have about what this card is. Let's dive into it. Late in the afternoon yesterday, a post went up on Facebook with a new MetaZoo serialized card that hasn't been seen before. The original poster put in the comments that they had received a wilderness promo card that was bent from MetaZoo Games. MetaZoo requested they cut it up, send them a picture of it cut up, so they did, and MetaZoo sent them this serialized card instead of a wilderness promo in return. So this card has a UFO set symbol in the upper left hand corner. The beastie is Gauro. There's a serialized 10 out of 10 in the bottom left where the normal serialization can be found on the green man. In the lower right hand corner you have a star next to the number of cards in the set. This is usual with secret rares in MetaZoo. You have them indicated as a star. They don't actually have a set number because they're a secret rare. A lot of people also call them star rares, which is pretty cool. The BC art is just so awesome. There's a couple things that are really interesting about how this was revealed. The first is that this was just randomly received by this customer in the mail as a replacement for a wilderness promo. So just randomly received. But the other thing that's really interesting about it is this card is actually encased in plastic wrap like a normal promo would be. And we haven't seen this before with secret rares. Usually they come in the packs or they come in a box topper, which we've seen in the past as well, but they haven't actually been in clear plastic wrap like the promos. This is a really cool card and definitely a high tier chase card just from the look of it, and that's super cool. But are we going to see more of these, and where are we going to find this next? Are there going to be other secret rares? There's some info that we have that we can look at. If we dig a little bit deeper, we've actually seen this card before. There was a tease a while back, one of the first UFO teases that we've gotten, where Mike Waddell shared a card art of some, they looked like space clams. They're flying around Saturn, zapping Saturn with lightning. And in his caption for this art, he said this is going to be one of the 10 arts that's going to make TCG history. And the chat was abuzz. Everybody was trying to figure out what the heck is this card art? How is it going to make history? A lot of people were connecting it to a comment that he's made in the past where he insinuated cards might actually be getting sent up into space. And then further down the road, he actually confirmed that he is doing a partnership with a space program, and it pretty much confirms that there are going to be cards sent up into space. A lot of people are thinking that this card art that he shared and those other cards are going to be the 10 cards that get sent into space, and it's going to be the first time in TCG history that that's ever been done. And it's actually pretty clever because one of the slogans that the community has had for MetaZoo, one of the things that people like to chant all the time, one of the mottos is MetaZoo to the moon, MetaZoo to the moon. I'm sure you guys have heard it, and it's really funny to do this because it's shooting up cards into space, and it's we're almost there. We're halfway there getting into space, you know. So it's just a funny twist on what the MetaZoo community has been chanting all along, and it's definitely, that means that this is one step forward for making MetaZoo end up on the moon, and that's really funny. But another way that's really cool is just that it's never been done before, and it's a really cool, neat, innovative thing to do and to have fun with the community. After the space clam type art was shared, he also shared a picture of 4 different card arts that were kind of silhouetted out. All you saw were the shadows of the characters. And one of the cards was the space clam card, but another card, if you go back and look at that picture, another card is this new secret rare that we've just found, Gauro, and it's exactly it. So now we have 2 of the 4 cards that were shared, and it's easy to draw the conclusion that these 4 cards are 4 of the 10 cards that are going to be sent up into space or make TCG history, like Mike was suggesting. So right at the bat, it would make sense that this is the way that you receive these cards is in the mail from MetaZoo with your order. It's possible that that is how we get these cards, is they're just randomly included in MetaZoo UFO shipments. This one was included with Wilderness just as a tease maybe, but I think that these secret rares are going to be found in the promo slots for the theme decks and the release decks, and there's going to be a different secret rare associated with each different deck. So this Flying Space Clam card art, it looks like it might be a lightning type deck or a lightning type card because it has the lightning that the clams are shooting out. So this lightning clam card would go with the lightning theme deck or the lightning release deck, and I think that theme's gonna carry out across all the 10 cards, and you have the 10 different aura types as well. So let's take this Wilderness release deck for example. You have your release deck promo, which is the Fook monster, and then you have the deck that goes along with it. They're paired. They're both rock type, so that you can actually, when you open up this product, you open up this release deck, the promo matches with the deck, and you combine them, and you have yourself something that you can play with just instantly right out of the box, and then you have a few packs to kind of add extra cards if you want. So I think that this is what's going to happen with those secret rares. You have a secret rare that is themed with the deck that's inside of whatever product it is. So with this release deck, it would be a rock themed deck, and you would have the rock secret rare to go along with it. And I think that's a super really cool idea, and I think that the number 10 goes along with this perfectly, and the fact that they seem like different types goes together perfectly with it, and the fact that there's only 10 of each of these, and 10 times 10 is 100. It might just be a really nice coincidence that that's the case, but I think that this is where we're going to see it. And we know that there's 10 different cards, 10 different arts. We've seen 4 of them already. We know that these are 2 different types, these 2 secret rares that we've seen so far. And at least we can suspect that. And I think that's pretty cool. There's just one more thing I wanted to mention that I noticed when I was editing this video, and it's the icing on the cake. Secret rares are a way that you can tell how much product has been opened. So with Cryptid Nation First Edition, you can look at red ink, how many red inks have been opened and found and shared on social media. And serialized cards is a way to really have more concrete evidence, because you have actual individual numbers for each of the cards. You can tell that a certain picture that somebody shared is not just a repeat picture of the same card, but it's in fact a different card, and you can actually find out the number of the card and figure out which numbers have actually been pulled. So when you have your secret rares and theme decks and release decks, it will tell you how much of that has been opened, and these products are more geared towards players. Collectors still open these, but it's also more for the players. So I think this is a really important metric for MetaZoo to look at, and I'm sure they'll be looking at it going forward to see what their player base actually looks like, and see how having secret rares in these products actually changes the demand of them at all. There's also another part to my theory. Both of these arts that we've seen so far for these secret rares have planets in the background. Those space clams have a Saturn in the background. This Gauro card has something that looks like a Venus or a Mercury in the background. And so this is now a consistent thing that we've seen in these arts. And also, if you look at the silhouettes of these beasties, you'll see the third beastie looks like a Martian type guy with a gun. And this guy looks to me like he is Mars Martian. He's like, that's what I would call this guy. Just looking at that silhouette, I'd be like, oh, that's totally Mars Martian right there. I have no idea who's Mars Martian is. I feel like it's some cartoon that I've seen in the past or something. But that is definitely a Mars Martian. And I feel like Mars is going to be behind that guy. So I think this is starting to line up. I think we're going to see the 10 different cards having all the different planets, plus maybe the sun, maybe the moon, as that final 10 card. And Pluto? Is Pluto still a planet? Is it not a planet? Did they make it a planet again? Tell me in the comments down below. I want to know how Pluto's doing. You know what? Even if it's not a planet, I think it deserves some love, and I think it should be on one of these card arts to give it the love it deserves. Now, there's just a couple issues with this theory. The secret rare that was just revealed to us that we just saw was sent to a customer in a shipment. This was the only secret rare that we've seen, and this is how the customer received it. So it's possible that this is how all the secret rares will be in the future. We have no evidence to really show us otherwise, other than the numbers lining up and it sounding like it could possibly be the case. The other issue is now this customer has one of the copies of the 10 copies that would be in that theme deck, and we also are saying that all of these other cards, all 10 of the cards, will have a copy sent into space. So now there's only 8 copies for this theme deck or release deck, and that just sounds like such a low number, and it's just kind of a little messy. It's not as even, so it's still possible, but that is another thing that's going against this theory. Even with it being messy, I still believe. Guys, did you hear that? Quick. They can't read my mind. They can't read my mind. There's too much information up there. Too many secrets they can't know. Now, this is all just a theory, and this could be completely wrong, but we're just having some fun with it. I hope you guys had fun listening to this, and I want to know what you guys think. Let me know down in the comments below what you think the secret rare card is, where are you going to find it, and how does my theory sound? Do you think that sounds correct? But yeah, I'm just having fun and really looking forward to what MetaZoo has next in store for us. Now, everybody, buckle up. We're going to the moon. See you all there.